Good morning, everyone. I was trying that newscaster layout and it just was not vibing. So, hi. I haven't even put my contacts in yet. That is how early it is. I have class at 7:30 because I have 0 hour, which is before, actual school starts. But I guess what I want to talk to you about today, before I get too far into my day, some of the specifics of why people think the American dream is dead. I know that I've skimmed over points before, and I'd like to go a little more in depth into one or two of those points. I'm reading this book in class to try and get a better idea of what I'm talking about here. It's called The Betrayal of the American Dream, and it's a lot of gobbledygook and fancy speak about the economic system and situation of the US as it currently sits and how it evolved into what it is today and why it works against the working class. I've been trying to find a more conservative view on the subject, and it just hasn't been working very well. It's a lot more of the liberals that are for raising taxes for the rich that are actually writing about this stuff. I don't want to talk about raising taxes for the rich because that's kind of a matter of opinion, but I would like to talk about some of the other issues that we face, such as the behavior of the corporations in America, which I find absolutely appalling. Not all of them, but some of them. And the big issue is that at this point in time, there's only a handful of corporations at the very top that own everything. There are only 6 media corporations left to control everything in the media, and that is just a conspiracy waiting to happen. I'm trying not to become a conspiracy theorist. As I read more and more on the subject, it gets harder to justify not being more aware of the situation, and some people might call that being a conspiracy theorist, but that's the situation I'm placed in right now. I'm taking everything with a grain of salt, but as I do more research, it makes more sense. Cat, I'm trying to do something here. But anyway, as I said, there are only a handful of corporations in America that control everything. And those corporations started shipping out jobs to third world countries and other countries, Brazil, China, in an attempt to create a global middle class in trying to better the world. But the thing is, when they shipped out those jobs, they didn't make a safety net for the people that lost their jobs here in the States. So now we have people who are jobless and trying to find better jobs, but are stuck being janitors or having 2 or 3 jobs just to barely make what they used to make in the factories where they lost their jobs. So that's a big issue that hurt the middle class as a whole. Another consensus that I'm reading about with these articles and books and everything that I'm looking at in this project is that corporations are getting really big tax breaks. And my dad is not as liberal as I am, and he says the tax breaks, of course, are to make up for the fact that we have so many regulations put on the corporations and businesses in general, and so they have to give the bigger ones tax breaks to make up for that. But what I'm reading is that these corporations are actually lobbying and using their money to get past regulations, and then they're also getting tax breaks on top of that because they can lobby for that too. And when they back a presidential candidate or any political candidate, they can sway that candidate's thoughts on tax breaks and other preferential treatment towards them because they helped them during their candidacy. So it's kind of this manipulation thing that I'm currently seeing. If you guys have a different outlook on the subject, I'd love to hear it. If you have any articles or anything on what your opinion is, that would be even better. I would love to see them. I would love to do a little more research on a different point of view because all I'm getting right now is liberal. So let me know what you guys think of this specific point in the comments below. Link me some articles to different opinions. Let me know your opinion. Nobody tear each other apart in the comments. I'm sorry it's dark today. As I said, it's early and I am still in bed. I haven't even brushed my hair yet. So, I'm also sorry for how scratchy my throat is. Allergies! Woo! But, I will talk to you guys later. Have a red, white, and blue day. And chase your American dream. I don't care what it is. You can be anything you want.